Namaste and welcome back to Ramakathasudha. When we picture the exile, we see a sacred trio. Sri Rama, the embodiment of dharma, Sita Devi, the soul of devotion, and Lakshmana, the symbol of selfless service. They walk into the forest together, a complete world unto themselves. But today, I want to talk about the fourth exile, the one who did not go to the forest, but whose life was exiled all the same. The one whose sacrifice has no grand stories, whose pain is a quiet echo in the corridors of the palace. Today, we honor the unsung heroine of the Ramayana, Urmila, the wife of Lakshmana. Let us observe the sheer shock of her situation. When Lakshmana hears of Rama's exile, his duty is crystal clear to him. In a flash of devotion, he vows to renounce everything, his comforts, his status, and his family to serve his brother. He goes to his mother Sumitra for her blessings. But the text tells us something heartbreaking. In his single minded focus on his duty to Rama, he does not go to his newlywed wife Urmila to seek her leave or to offer a word of comfort. Imagine being Urmila, a young princess in a new home, whose husband is about to leave for 14 years. She hears the news not from his lips, but from the turmoil in the palace. There is no shared moment of decision, no tender farewell. There is only a crushing silence. He leaves, and she is left behind to face an empty future, armed with nothing but her own strength. This is where we must truly understand the nature of her sacrifice. Rama, Sita, and Lakshmana had a purpose. They had a path to walk, demons to fight, sages to meet. They had each other. Their austerity, their tapasya was active. What was Urmila's tapasya? Hers was a penance of stillness. She was not in a forest, she was in a palace. But that palace became her hermitage, a golden cage of solitude. While the others were defined by what they did, Urmila was defined by what she had to endure. Her battle was not with external demons. Her demons were internal. The loneliness of each passing day, the anxiety of her husband's safety, the uncertainty of the future, the despair that could easily consume a person. To maintain her sanity, her dignity, and her faith for 14 long years, alone in that echoing palace, this required a level of mental and spiritual fortitude that is nothing short of heroic. And this brings us to a powerful and a relevant truth. What does Urmila's story tells us about the role of women, especially those who are left behind in times of conflict or crisis? Her story is the story of countless women throughout history. The mothers, wives, and sisters who do not go to the battlefield but whose hearts are a constant battlefield of worry and prayer. Their sacrifices are not recorded in the epics of war. Their heroism is quiet, private, and unseen. Was Urmila's tapasya of waiting a form of spiritual strength equal to the others? Absolutely. If Lakshmana's heroism was in his service, Urmila's was in her resilience. If his strength was in the bow he carried, her strength was in the mind she mastered. She chose not to crumble. She chose to wait with grace. She held the family's emotional center together through her silent, unwavering penance. This is a profound feminist reading of the epic. It asks us to broaden our definition of heroism. Heroism is not just about action, it is also about endurance. Strength is not just about fighting, it is also about waiting with unshakable faith. The great lesson from Urmila is to see the honor, the silent sacrifices around us. In our own life, there are people whose contributions are not loud or dramatic, but whose quiet support and resilience form the very foundation of our well being. Urmila teaches us that you do not need to be at the center of the story to be a hero. Her character forces us to look in the margins, in the quiet spaces, and find the profound strength that lies there. Her silence speaks volumes about loyalty, sacrifice, and a depth of love that sought nothing in return. Urmila's 14-year vigil was an offering of pure love, a silent meditation that protected her husband from afar. She is the epitome of grace under pressure. Thank you for joining me in honoring her memory. If the story of Urmila's silent strength touched your heart, please like this video, share her story, and subscribe to Ramakathasudha. Let's ensure her sacrifice is never again just a footnote. Jai Shri Ram. Loka Samasta Sugino Bhavantu.